Hi friends! Today I'm going to show you how I made some super cute bookmarks for my customers. I made these bookmarks last month so that I can tuck them inside the new annual catalog from Stampin' Up. I filmed the process and I simply ran out of time before we went away to Mexico. I just didn't have a chance to edit the video until now, so I'm really excited to share this with you. At the time I was making the card swaps that I showed in my last video using the Under the Moon stamp set and the 2024-2026 in colors. And on the bookmarks, I'm using the water painter with our ink pads to create a really cool background, as well as an image, a circle image from the Latte Love stamp set. And then I cut them all, put them all on cardstock bases for the bookmarks, and then I made the cutest little sentiment by combining a couple different sets that I think you're really going to love. So without further ado, let's start stamping. I am going to be playing with new in colors coming out with Stampin' Up, and they're beautiful. So we have Petunia Pop, Summer Splash, Shy Shamrock, Peach Pie, and Pretty in Pink. When I send my catalogs out to my customers, I always like to include some kind of stamping with the new in colors so that they can see them up close and personal, and it makes a huge difference seeing them in real life. So I'm going to make some really pretty, very simple, but very nice bookmarks, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I have cut my basic white cardstock to measure 5.5 by 8.5. And I'm bringing in my Latte Love stamp set, and I'm going to take this ring image and stamp it all over. I'm kind of making a one sheet wonder because I'm going to cut this up afterwards. I'm just going to stamp this with my black StazOn. Alright, let's grab my StazOn, and I'm just going to stamp these randomly all over this cardstock. So some of these got closer together than those ones. That's fine. I am bringing in my water painter that has the biggest wide tip because I am going to just basically be making a circle, filling in the circle. So I'm just squeezing this until the water comes out. So what I'm going to do is bring in a clear block and just add some ink to that. Got lots of ink on there, which is good. And let's see, oh yeah, lots of water coming out of there, perfect. So I'm just going to squeeze, get my water going, and I am just going to brush on that ink. I'm fine with letting it pool up. Now I'm going to be cutting these, and I'm not worried about totally staying in the line. I'm going to be cutting these into strips, so I want to make sure I have all the colors at least going down this way. So I'm just trying to keep that in mind. And after I cut them, if I want some more of a particular color around these circles, I can do that. But this is just a fun, quick way to paint. Okay, fun. And again, this is just our basic water, our basic white, I should say. All right, let's do some here too. And if I want to come back and add some of any of the colors I've used, I can do that. But I'm going to move on to the next color, so I'm just squeezing my brush back and forth onto my paper towel until all that ink is off the bristles. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to have a few blocks on the go, so I may as well just pull out some blocks here. Of course I need 5 of them. Let's just take this one off. Now I'm going to pull in my Pretty in Pink. I'm just going to go ahead and ink up all my blocks. I'm going to have to learn the names of these colors And of course, the more I use these ink pads, the easier these lids are going to be sliding back and forth. Pretty, pretty. That is Summer Sky. And then we have Shy Shamrock. And I can tell right away that even these may look similar, they're not. The Summer Splash definitely has more blue than the Shy Shamrock. All right, let's start with the Pretty in Pink. Squeezing my brush. Get that water going. All right. Really pretty. Let's go into the Petunia Pop. Summer Splash. Whoops, let's make sure I got all that color off the brush. Remember, save your napkins, save your paper towels. And if you haven't seen that video on how you can use your inky paper towels, be sure to look for it on my channel. Very, very fun technique. So this is the Summer Splash. And I can tell when I cut these that I'm probably going to need to add some color so that every bookmark has, you know, each of the colors. I think I'm just gonna move on to the Shy Shamrock. And I'm squeezing as I'm going back and forth on my paper towel, squeezing the water, get that ink out. Going with some Shy Shamrock. You can really see the difference with those two colors. Really, really nice color scheme. I really like these a lot. So as you can see, I did not leave very many circles for the Shy Shamrock. That's fine. I'll get it in there. All right, now I'm going to add a little bit more of each color, the same color in each one, but I'm going to add just a little bit more just to show some shading and some different intensity there. The technical terms. Get that water flowing. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get the water out of these painters. So I'm just going to add a little bit just like that. I just thought it would be fun to have some different tones. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and finish filling them all in. Alright, I think the next thing I'm going to do, because of course I'm winging this, is I'm going to fill in the white using all the same colors, but I'm going to start with my yellow and work my way up. That way there will be like a rainbow of colors using all of these in colors. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of wet my paper, working one section at a time. So I'm just squeezing the barrel of this, and I'm going to start with my, what color is this? Peach Pie. Okay. So I'm just going to pull that down. And I'm not too worried if some of that ink goes inside the circles either. Need my yellow, and now I'm going to do Pretty in Pink. Okay, there's my panel with all the colors. And I am now going to splatter on just some water. And again, this is regular basic white cardstock. So if you were using watercolor cardstock, of course you would get an entirely different look. But I am just going to squeeze, make sure I'm getting water out. And just squeeze on some water. I'm going to heat that with my heat tool. Not sure what this little mark is here. There we go. I have a new stamp set coming out in our annual catalog, our new annual catalog called Under the Moon. So I'm going to use the dolphins and the boat. So I'm just going to stamp the Petunia Pop tone on tone. And then let's pull in Summer Splash. We'll start with the one dolphin. And we want Shy Shamrock next. These are going to go out past the circle, and that's fine. Okay, I'm going to clean my stamp. I'm just going to put some Stampin' Mist on it. And I'm going to use Peach Pie this time. And now I'm going to use my little single dolphin and stamp that with the pretty in pink. Alright, time to do some slicing. I am going to cut these at 1 3/4. This one's a little bit smaller, of course. This is just past 1 1/2. Let's move on, because my next idea is I'm going to take this splatter mark and stamp that tone on tone in and around the circles. Okay, so I'm going to start with my pretty in pink. Oh, see, that's pretty cool. Do a little bit here. Now I could have done this before I cut them up, but I didn't think about it, and that's fine. And then this little leftover piece here. And I'm just going to continue that with all the colors. I'm just going to go around the edges with my ink pad. Bringing in my embossing folder, I'm just going to run these through 2 at a time. Because this one's a little bit smaller, I'm going to do this one at actually 1 3/4. Alright friends, I have an idea. I love it when I have fun ideas. Alright, black cardstock. Take my embossing buddy, go over the whole thing. Alright, here's my idea. I am pulling in crafting with you and comforting thoughts. I'm going to combine 2 sentiments and wait till you see where I'm going with this idea. I'm going to stamp, I wish I could make this better, but you just stand by. You see what I'm coming up with here. Alright. I'm going to use my white ink and my white powder to emboss. Whoops. Oh, I went off my mat there. There we go. Okay. Going to emboss that in white. Now I'm going to stamp, hope this is a feeling better kind of day. And then we're going to pull in crafting with you, and we're going to stamp life is better when you're crafting. Alright, time to do some cutting. So I'm going to cut out, I'm going to start with one of each of the sentiments. I'm going to cut out, make this. I'm going to cut out kind of day. And we're going to cut out crafting. Now this one, I may have to kind of follow around the letters. Check it out. Check that out, kids. Huh? Right? Except my A is a little bit crooked. Here we go. Look at that. Make this a crafting kind of day. Oh my gosh. I cracked myself up. I love it. Love it. I'm just going to put on a very simple ribbon using my good old crocodile You can use any kind of hole punch, of course. Stampin' Up! Used to sell these years ago. Oh my gosh, I did it on the wrong side, you guys. What a silly billy I am. I did it on the wrong side. Alright. We're gonna get, this is gonna be a double one. It's gonna be a double one. Oh, for heaven's sakes. I got a phone call in between doing this here, and it just, I put the camera on pause, took the phone call and came back and didn't even realize. Alright. It's all good. Here's my double ribbon bookmark. Okay, let's do another one. So I have all my words on my bookmarks, and all I did is I just cut them all out and glued them all at once, so these actually come together pretty quick. So I'm going to put my ribbon on a little bit differently, and I also made sure that my hole punches are in the right position this time. But I am just going to put my ribbon through like so, and then I'm going to wrap this around, kind of make like a loop in the back, and then this is going to come up through the top. Okay, and then just pull. I like the look of that a lot better, so I'm going to do that for all of them. Put it through, wrap it around so that you make a loop. I am going to show you how I'm going to fix this little spot right here. I'm using a super old Stampin' Up! Set. I don't even remember what it's called, but it has the old Stampin' Up! Logo. So I am going to emboss that. I'm going to use my Versamark because the Inspire, Create, and Share is so fine. I really want it to show with that white embossing powder. See how cute is that now with the Stampin' Up? I'm going to bring in my little punch. Just another fun way to incorporate our stamps, fix our mistakes. Nobody would know that there's a hole behind that except those of you watching the video, but there are 5 really sweet, I think, and very different bookmarks. And of course you can use different stamp sets, but I wanted to play with my dolphins and the new colors, and I think those are really pretty. I really enjoyed making today's cards and playing with the watercoloring technique and some embossing and stamping, and I hope you got some ideas that you can take away from today's video. And I love it when combining stamp sentiments to create our own different expressions. I love it when it comes together like it did today. I just think this is like the coolest. Make this a crafting kind of day. Take care and happy stamping.